Welcome back to my channel. I'm Zipporah the Lux Angel, and today I am back with another tarot card reading. Please remember that these readings are timeless, general, and for entertainment purposes only. That means only listen to what directly applies to your personal situation and leave the rest for someone else. And by all means, please contact licensed professionals and or the proper authorities regarding any mental, medical, legal, or financial emergencies and or crises. That being said, let us begin. First things first, the handbag of the day is my beautiful Louis Vuitton Alma BB in the My LV World Tour edition, and she will serve as the vision board inspiration for all you abundance manifestors out there. If you'd like to see me styling my luxury capsule collection, you can check out the series I have here on YouTube called Battle of the Bags. All right, let us begin. I am going to start by choosing the deck for your reading, and we're going to go with the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed. I am going to shuffle. If you don't want to stay through the shuffling, I'll have the timestamp listed in the description box for you below. Let us begin. Please and thank you, Spirit, for messages for this divine collective. Please and thank you, Spirit. What messages do we have for the collective today? Please and thank you, Spirit. Collective energies. 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 Please and thank you, Spirit. All right, we'll just do one more. All right, let's begin. We have the Knight of Wands. All right. We are going after it, getting after it, feeling very passionate about it. We have the Queen of Wands. All right. Making progress. What is this? It could be something very creative. Okay. Something that you're very passionate about. All right. Whether it could be career. It damn sure could be career. Like you're going after creating the life that you want. But I am seeing a level of maturity here. Like you're not brash anymore. Like you're knowing how to apply your energy. Okay, so this could be something that you wanted to do from the past, from when you were younger, and you're all fired up about it. But now you're wiser and stronger. And so now when you pursue it, you know how to manage your energy better. This could also be something to do with having an attitude change, like perhaps whatever you were going for before, you weren't an energetic match to it because you might have been a little too hot-headed, but now you know how to control that fire. You know how to use it and apply it when necessary, but also to pull back when necessary, which is good. You've learned some lessons here. Very nice, very nice. And this could definitely have to do with work or how you earn your income. You know, you might have been a little hot-headed at the job, might have lost you a couple, racks, but now we know how to pull back, okay? We know when to, speak, when to step aside, and who to go to. Like, we're not going to check this person right now. Maybe we'll go to HR, okay? Something like that. Knowing how to manage your fire. And as I say that, 2 cards pull out. I wanted this one. Look at this. OMG. So I'm getting both of them. We have the Page of Fire. The one that was shown to you all, though, was here. This 10 of Wands. Okay? My goodness. All this fire. This is crazy. Okay? All this fire. Oh, my goodness. This is crazy. But what I'm getting here, what are y'all doing? What I am getting here, though, is this damn sure is something from the past that you wanted to do. And now you're coming back to it. You planted the seeds of it long ago. That fire still burns brightly within you. Y'all may have been going at it, though. It was just like going at it in the wrong way. Like you were trying to throw yourself at it. Where now, as like the Queen of Wands knows how to attract. That's why she's attractive, right? And fire, Aries, Leo, Sag, it's about faith. A lot of fire is about faith, is the inner will, your belief in yourself, your confidence in yourself, right? It's like before you may have been putting a lot of energy because you wanted to prove something. That's what it was. It's like you didn't necessarily, like you believed in yourself, but you were trying to prove it to others. And that was like a turnoff. That what was making like things not go necessarily in your favor. You were coming on too strong. Whereas now it's more of a quiet, smoldering confidence within you. Like you don't have to scream it from the rooftops. You know when to hold your fire and just hold it. See, she is literally just holding it. So it's like, you know, not to just go rip rearing into things anymore because you've given up the need to prove yourself because you realize you don't have to prove yourself to anyone. All you have to do is know and have that inner confidence and fire. And this is what is making you more equipped to handle where you are now. Whatever dream you had from the past that you wanted to create, this is why you're more equipped now. Because you don't need to check everybody who comes for you about this dream. You don't need to prove yourself to anybody and to fight for it and talk about it. You don't need to do any of that. You really don't even need to confront anyone. You now know that you just need to hold that fire within yourself and keep going. Hold that vision. That the Sag energy is also about vision. Okay, faith in your vision. That's what you've learned through spinning your wheels, through going through these fires and putting all these energies. It's like, why am I working so hard? Why? And you are going ham. I mean, ham. Okay, the Page of Fire with the 10 of Fire, like you were like, I believe, and with this Knight of Fire, you were like, I believe, and I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and it was like, but like, who do you need to prove it to? You don't need to prove it. That's what you've recognized, and so good for you. You have grown and matured, and this is why you're able to handle your energy. If you get a no, you realize, okay, that's their no. It doesn't mean anything for me. I don't need to prove, and I don't need to convince. This is just not my opportunity. Now I go here. So this is why you're ready for whatever endeavor that you wanted to do. Now you're ready for it. You've mastered your energy and you've mastered the art of attracting, and you know what is for you and what is not for you. Beautiful. Look, we got the High Priestess. Yeah, you know. That is beautiful. You've learned these lessons. That is lovely. And that is inner wisdom that you have. Now you could actually share this with others. Perhaps you could be, because the Queen of Fire is a leader, right? It's like you could be sharing this knowledge with others. We have a Knight and a Page here. So it's like you now could be on mentor status where you can mentor other people about what this is that you've learned, which is about energy, about managing their energy. I mean, you could coach people on how to manage their energy, like how to let things go. You don't need to control or force anything. You just need to have the fire and keep doing what you're doing, and the belief and keep doing what you're doing. All this fire. Now we have the 8 of Wands. And that's you moving forward now. And it's underneath what? The Queen of Fire, which is the Queen of Wands. So like I said, you're moving forward now with more confidence in what you know. And also the 8 of Fire could also represent communication. Remember, I'm saying you guys could be teaching this now. You're on mentor status now. So this is beautiful. So maybe you guys want to be life coaches or coaches that on energy or energetic work. It could be manifestation type deal type stuff. 5 of Wands, bro. This is why you're ready. Whatever field you're going into, there's going to be a lot of competition and or conflict about it. And this is why you're ready now. Because before, you may have gone head on and fought with anybody who was giving you the smoke. But now you know you don't have to do that. This is why you're ready now, because there will be a lot of competition in whatever field that this is. And it's going to start out from the gate. And you're going to be wise enough and have enough. You're going to be listening to your intuition before you make a move. That's why this high priestess is on this night. Before you ever make any move, you're going to speak with your intuition. And you're going to be like, hold up, is this in alignment with my energy? Is this in line with my intention? Or is this a distraction? 9 times out of 10, it's going to be that it was a distraction. But when you are in your younger energy, you would have faced all those distractions. Yeah, like, I gotta let them know. I gotta let them know. Like, you don't have to prove yourself to anyone now. It doesn't matter what they say. Doesn't matter what they say or how knowledgeable they might be or anything like that. You're maintaining your peace and your vision. This is why you're ready. Because you're not going to be just blindly battling with any and everybody, which would burn you out. That's what that would be, the burnout. You're not doing that anymore. You're wisely applying your energy. 8 of Pentacles. See? That's what I'm saying. This is some type of competitive field. Remember I said you ain't going to be arguing with people no more. If you need to, you'll go to HR, right? You're not. So you're going to be able to progress more in your career of whatever line of work that you're in, because you're less dogmatic and overzealous. You know what I mean? You don't need to burn the whole place down to the ground, right? You don't need to engage all the warrior spirits that are going to come for you. And they may come for you because you're a Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands attracts competition, right? You're attracting that which you are. You're fiery, you have will, and you're going to attract those type of energies as well. But now you're not going to burn the whole house down. You're going to be on a slow simmer and only use that much force when necessary. Now you're going to avoid the conflicts, and you are going to funnel all that passion into more of your work. More of your work. You're going to direct that energy into more success for you. It's more like, it's like, oh, you're just going to take it as an experience, and it's going to be more that you can teach to whomever it is that you're teaching or mentoring, if that's the role that you're taking. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, definitely I see a lot of teaching here, because this is the High Priestess within the Ace of Swords. The High Priestess is usually quiet, but you're not being quiet. But this is in the 9th house that this is falling. So I'm like, I definitely see you guys teaching and guiding others. Okay, like you could be some sort of anger management coach. I damn sure see that here, like helping people understand how to manage their anger in the workplace, how to manage, you know, conflict in the workplace. You can be that type of I see that type of deal happening. And you might just be like, I cannot believe I'm at this place where I can teach this now, because I used to be the one who was just like, too much. Okay, I used to be too much. Even if this, let's just say this was like this could also be like religious, okay? Because Sag energy can be very dogmatic and religious in a way. It's like you could be the one who used to be just like, no, this means this and this is what it is. And now it's like, oh, that's what they believe. Oh, okay, yeah, maybe you're right. Like now you know how to, you have some yield to you now. And so now conflict resolution is a skill of yours. Okay, wow, you've mastered the art of conflict resolution. So ain't no conflicts about to come up that are going to get you so flustered that you're damaging your own career or damaging your reputation or messing up your own money. Now you just use it to fuel whatever business this is or whatever hobbies you have. But I'm seeing like really funneling it into knowledge and teaching others about it. You could be writing about it. Like this could just make for very good conversation. Maybe you have a podcast or something and you speak about these things. We have the 9 of Pentacles. What did I say? Now you're using it in your work and in your creation. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. And nothing will stop you this time. Like I said, you could have, I don't know if you got yourself fired from some previous jobs or like had people gunning for you because they just didn't like your energy. But now it's like, you know when to just back off and produce instead. You're using that energy in the more creative ways here. And it has paid off for you. So congratulations. Okay, past, present, or future, I see a lot of success in your world. So, I mean, if this is, future, this is me telling you, hey, learning how to master your energy, maybe going and getting some anger management classes is going to help you in your career. If you feel like you're still this hot-headed person, you always have to tell somebody off and you always have to prove to them that you know what you're talking about and they're wrong, they're wrong, they're wrong. Even if they're wrong, why do you have to be the one to tell them the right? Why do you have to be the one? You see what I'm saying? That's a trigger. Let people be wrong. Maybe it's for someone else to teach them. Your energy needs to be directed to your endeavors. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go and bark up every tree, basically. So if you've already learned that, congratulations, because you're about to be very successful for it. And if you've already reached that success, congratulations. But for those of you where you feel like this is a struggle for you, just know that this is the path. The path is this anger management, seeking out a mentor in that or a coach or something who can teach you how to creatively express your frustrations, who can teach you conflict resolution, and teach you how to master the art of what I'm seeing here is like professional warfare. So you're not losing jobs or losing opportunities or anything like that. Okay? But the future looks very, very bright for you. Right? This is the energy of like, if in the most mundane, lower vibrational sense, this would be the energy of you saying that you're going to do something. Someone says, no, you can't, ha, 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 and you pop them. And now it was like you're getting a record because you're constantly beating people up or something like that. It's that type of a deal where it's like you don't have to prove yourself to anybody, especially at your own expense. You know what I mean? And it's like in those situations, it would be better to be this high priestess and keep it to yourself and to speak it where it matters, which is on your own platform, which is in your own mind, keeping it ever before you. You don't need to prove it to anyone else. See, the devil, the temptation. And what is that right up under? The 5 of Wands. It's like this trigger to competition. This is what you're overcoming or what you have overcome. And Spirit is saying this may be a lifelong thing for you because you just might have something like maybe you have a lot of fire in your chart. You could be a fire Mars, fire Venus, fire Moon even, or rising. I mean, well, it's rising in this first house this night. So this might be a lifelong struggle for you. However, like I said, if you're just coming to this, the answer is seeking out a mentor or a coach or seeking out education in conflict resolution. Like I said, anger management, healing your triggers and traumas so that it doesn't become such a big deal. Learning that just because you may have gotten teased in your past, everybody who questions what you do doesn't mean they're coming for you. That type of deal. Again, for those of you who have already accomplished this, that's an amazing feat. And just know that it is okay for those passions to rise. We're just going to express them creatively. But this is the path forward for those of you who, you feel like your anger is an issue, type deal. And we have a 2 of Swords. So this is a choice point for a lot of you. It really is. It all comes down to your choices. Like in the moments where you might get triggered or where somebody might knock your path or criticize what you do or criticize what you love and what you enjoy. This is about that always being a choice. It will always be the choice for you to be like, let me engage this person. But do you have to? Your energy would be better off used, okay, into creatively funneling that trigger into something else. Like, let's just say you're doing something and, people come for it. Well, instead of telling that person off, be like, I'm going to take this to my podcast or I'm going to write an article about it. That's where you get your passion out. Okay. Instead of arguing with everybody. And then that earns you coins and money, right? Fuel it into earning you more. All right. There's always going to be somebody who has some type of conflict with what it is that you do. You know what I mean? That's just everybody. There's a polar opposite for every single body. Like right now, People's got a lot. Uranus is in Taurus. There's going to be a lot of people who got a lot to say about luxury. Everybody out here is acting like they're so shocked about the things that, you know, China's saying about luxury. And it's like, we already knew this. People who bought luxury, well, the ones who are on Instagram, you see, a lot of them, they're doing this, you know, for the views and the likes. Like, oh my God, I'm so shocked. But like, I was watching Sophie Chohet. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Shout out Sophie, and I am still subscribed. But she was talking about this a long time ago. Like, we all know that it doesn't cost them that much to make the bag. We all know that legally, to say something is made in France or made in Italy, only part of it has to be made there. We already knew that. But we didn't care, because if we like it and we want it, we gonna get it. So, but people are gonna come out and they're gonna say things, well, this and that about the people who buy luxury and the luxury and the this and that. Here I am, and I don't need to fight with those people. I already knew. It's like, y'all's late. Like, who didn't know this? I don't know. This is no news to me. But do I need to go and talk to everybody? No. If anything, I'll just make a video on it. More coins for me, right? I don't need to prove to people why I buy luxury or why I don't care. I'm a manifester. This costs nothing for me, literally and figuratively. Whether they charge $50 for it or $50,000 for it, if I want it, I'm going to have it, period. Because to me, money is not even real. As a manifester, and let me tell you, because a lot of this is fire energy, it's manifestation energy. Okay? And we have a 9 of Pentacles, a Devil card here, and an 8 of Pentacles. So maybe this could be a lesson for some of y'all where people are knocking your dreams and you're like, no, I am going to be this. I am. A manifestor don't got to prove nothing. This is the key of manifestation. We attract. So if they raise the price of this tomorrow, I'm not going to be like, oh my God, it's unfair. I can't afford that. There is no can't afford anything, because none of this costs any money, because all of this is energy. It's energy, right? What does your energy say? What does your faith say? This handbag is not more expensive than my faith. My faith is worth more than whatever they charge for this bag. So this is why the rich will become richer and the poor will become poorer, because it's all about your mentals, especially if you're a manifestor. Y'all need to learn this. Let me just tell you, preach real quick. Y'all shouldn't be worried about the cost of anything. Okay, even in the Bible, it says y'all not supposed to be worrying about how much the clothes cost or what you're going to wear and all this kind of stuff. It's like, it's not, if you need it, you going to have it, period. And don't know about, no one needs this. This is why it's called a luxury in the first place. But what I'm saying is, in life in general, money is energy. Your currency is energy, right? If you have a $50 bill versus a $100 bill, they're pieces of paper. They probably cost the same amount to make and they're worth nothing. Actually, we place the value on it, right? You see what I'm saying? It's like your mental state has got to change. And that's what I am seeing here with you all. It's like y'all are taking more of that kind of approach. Like, I don't need to explain why I did this, why I do that. I'm going to talk about it in a video. I'm going to write a book about it. I'm going to, and this is going to be very successful for you. It's your choice, right? In, what is that book by Esther and Jerry Hicks? It's called Ask and It Is Given. And they just talk about how we all knew we were coming into a world of duality, where there'll be good things and bad things, but we didn't worry about fighting the bad things. We didn't have to fight, because whether we are in alignment, if we agree with something or disagree, we're engaging with it. So it's like, if you're fighting against something, you're creating more of it in your life. You're supposed to take the path of, oh, you don't get that passionate about the things that you don't want in your vortex. When you're creating your world, the things that you don't want in it, you just don't get that passionate about. You funnel that passion into the things that you do want. That is manifestation 101. So it is all about a choice. Okay, are you going to pay attention to all the people telling you you can't do this or you can't do that? Are you going to constantly explain your vision to people? No, that's a waste of your energy. Just go do you. And it's all about a choice. And I'm seeing a lot of you guys learning that and making that decision. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Neither should you. It's that type of deal. I don't need to go hunting down people who are like, oh my gosh, why would you buy this? Why would you buy that? It's not worth it. Well, I like it. I think it's pretty. And to me, it don't cost nothing because I'm a manifester. The price of something, it's all fugazi. It means nothing. If I want it, Spirit gonna give it to me because I have faith and I believe, right? And that's how you all have to be here. No, you don't need to explain yourself. You don't need to go busting down people and let me tell you why you need to believe in it. All that dogma, all of that, none of that has to be. Look, transformation. Yay! Shout out to all of you who already know this. Shout out. But for some of you, you are getting to this point where you are transforming, and Spirit saying this is about to be beneficial, because instead of putting your energy into the naysayers and putting your energy into fighting them, which exhausts you with this 10 of Wands, you're just transmuting. That's what that is. It's transmutation. They said what? They said who? Don't nobody care. Right? Don't nobody care. That's where you're coming from. That's why she's holding that. Hold your peace. Hold your fire. Cease fire. Before you would have the smoke, you'd be like, oh no, we got to go. But now, instead of doing this, you're doing this. You're understanding. That is beautiful. So congratulations for all of y'all maturing and ain't getting to fights no more because you don't need to. So now you can balance your work and play. That's what I'm seeing here. Some of y'all had to leave some jobs because y'all was getting hot and heated. Okay, this is... See, we have the 8 of Cups. Y'all had to walk away from collaborations because y'all was a little bit too hot and heavy. Like I said, learning how to master your triggers. Just because somebody says something doesn't mean it's a direct attack on you. This is the things that y'all are learning right now, because you may have had a trigger of defensiveness or competitiveness, or like I said, just dogmatic behavior where it's like you have to prove something, but now you're walking away from that. And so now you're going to have more balance in your work life, and that's going to lead to your coins. Nobody's about to stop you from your coins, because people can see that in you. They can see when they can trigger you and push a button, and then you're going to go all out, and they can exploit that. And you may have had some people exploiting that. But now that you're the master of your energy, now that won't necessarily be an issue for you, because just because somebody says something and it might trigger something deep inside of you that makes it feel like you got to fight for yourself, you realize, no, I don't. They're allowed to have their opinion, and they can just keep it their opinion. And now people won't be able to exploit that as a weakness of yours, right? Now it's going to become a strength, because you're going to funnel it into whatever work or creative hobbies or whatever that you're doing. Like I said, instead of going and fighting them, write a book, make a podcast, make a song, whatever the hell you're doing. And that is true leadership. All right. And now you will be able to be a very good, wise leader. You will be able to mentor or coach people. So whichever spectrum you're on with this reading, whether you have mastered this and now you're already coaching people, or whether you need to seek that mentor out, so you can learn how to do this, kudos, do that. Really, really do that. So don't be stuck trying to defend yourself against anything, so that you can create more abundance and well-being into your life. All right, let me get a oracle with this. I'm gonna go with The Fearless Oracle by Rachel Photon. Yes. Spirit, what clarifications and or guidance do you have with this one? Clarifications and or guidance, Spirit. 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 Yeah, that's a lower vibration of how to go. That's like 3D, how to go about things. Fighting against it. We attract things. That's the higher vibration of doing things. And that's what you're learning here. That's what's the transformation at the bottom of this deck. Attracting rather than fighting and forcing, right? And for some of you, it's just letting go, period. Because who gives a damn what other people think? If you love it, see, like love and faith, that's what matters. If you love it and you believe, then you don't need to go and convince anyone. True confidence is quiet, right? True confidence is quiet. Look, see, battle born, right? And now good health. Like, we're healing those things. We're healing those things. I'm very happy for you all for coming to this point. Because like I said, it's going to be very beneficial for your future success in all of your endeavors. Learning what's worth your time to engage in and what is not. What I'm saying, I don't know what it is that you do, but apparently, like I'm saying though, for a lot of you, there is competition about it or fighting about it. Like maybe you're going against prevailing notions. Like, and I just use me as an example. So I, I don't have to always, talk about others, because people be feeling like if you mention their name, like, oh my gosh, you must be talking about it. Look. But like, for instance, Uranus is in Taurus right now, shaking up a lot of stuff. And I'm like, well, here I am talking about luxury. Like, but there's going to be a lot of shakeups in that market, right? So it could be something like that where you're going against the prevailing whatever's going on. Like right now, the economy is in flux and blah, blah, blah. And here I am still talking about manifesting with luxury. Why? Because the economy was bad for a lot of people. Like I don't come from money, right? If you're a manifester, that doesn't matter. You have to be able to have that faith and that fire even when there's no evidence around. So in order to get out of poverty, you need to act as if you're wealthy even when you're impoverished. So that's why I'm saying God brought me here for a time such as this, right? Because this people need to know this now more than ever. When the economy is going to ish, that's when you really do need to know how to manifest and to keep your calm and to know that you're still going to be okay and that you can still have nice things even if you're not wealthy. Why should only wealthy people be able to have nice things? Right? You see what I'm saying? But the reason they're able to is because they have this expectation of wealth all the time, even when the world is going to ish. That's why I'm saying the rich get rich and the poor get poorer, right? Because it's about the mentals. And so this is what may be happening with you, why you constantly feel like you have to fight all the time. Because whatever you're in is almost like you're going against prevailing thought, or just people think that you can't do it. That's why there's a devil card here. It's like people are trying to tell you maybe that you're not right for it. You just always feel like you have to fight. But it's like, no, just be. Just be and just do. Just show them through your example. And that's what a Queen of Wands is. A leader, right? Just show them through your example. You don't have to fight anything. Right? And so that's what you do. Spirit brought you here for a time such as this. And for those of you who have already mastered this energy where now you can teach it, Spirit brought you through all those challenges of people saying you couldn't do this and this is not possible and this is not right and blah, blah, blah. Because now you're going to be ready for all the people who are about to say that. I'm seeing y'all being in some type of competitive field. Tests. That's why Spirit had you going through that. Yes. Being tested for worthiness or viability, trying times. But it also says schooling on here. Okay, analyzing, schooling, examination, evaluation, trying out, experiments, quizzing. Like, this is what I'm saying. You're going to be able to teach this. You're becoming a master of this. Whatever you had to go through, it is because this is about to be your message to the world. This is what you have mastered with this 8 of Pentacles. This is about mastering something. You've mastered the art of taking on all of this, right? And so, but also, like I said, you got to expect this because your energy, it just attracts. This is what you're here for. So don't be surprised when it's still happening. There may never be a time where, whatever that you're doing is not being criticized, because there really never is. There's always, like I said, the polarity. But now with this High Priestess card and this Ace of Sword cards, now you know how to handle these tests and you're more equipped for it because you're the Queen of Wands now. See, unlimited. The tests can come, but you have unlimited power, right? That's why you're going to be manifesting in the time of economic downturns and ish, you still gonna be okay because you are battle bred. You've done this. You know what I mean? And I'm just saying, like, take it as an example for you guys. Like, if you keep believing and having that faith in yourself, you don't gotta fight nothing. So not limited, can't be touched, can't be stopped. Anything is possible. Anything. And you came to the right channel because that's what we teach in here. This is a channel for the manifestors. The whole world is going to be complaining about why this should cost $50 instead of $5,000. Well, this one only costs $2,000 because it was like made to order. That's not the point. The point is whether it costs $20 or $2,000, it don't matter to you. Anything is possible. So whatever this is that you're doing that is so competitive and everybody acting like, I mean, it could be even, let's say it's YouTube and everybody is like, ugh, YouTube, it's not even a real job. Oh, you can't make money. Most people, like if you look at the stats, majority of people on YouTube don't make money, but that don't mean it has to be you. Anything is possible. It's about faith. And because you went through all the trials and overcame, you're a master of faith, master of energy. Don't matter. No holds barred, freely expressed, no boundaries, endless free. That's what y'all used to have too. No boundaries, no filter on that mouth. You was coming for anybody can get it. Oh my gosh. I'm not gonna say what I'm about to say. Shout out to Cincinnati though. Okay, but that's what y'all were. But now we mastered that. Okay, nobody got to catch the fade today. Hallelujah. That's why we got HR, right? See, health, and it came back out. Yes, you have grown, honey. You're healthier now. Good condition, wellness, stability, flourishing. Exactly. So now you don't have to let these trifles affect you and you can keep going. That's beautiful. Feeling whole, free of disease, fit, strong, non-toxic. You're non-toxic now. Physical and mental greatness. Sound body, mind, and spirit. Exactly. Congratulations. Congratulations. You don't got so good at it. Now you can teach it. Beautiful. Socializing. See, healthy socializing, right? Oh my goodness. But having fun with others, communicating, interacting with others, public gathering, events, parties, meetups. It's like now you're healthier for the public. Now you're healthier for the public, okay? But also what I'm getting, again, is communicating on that card. You can teach this. It's your divine gift. Oh, you went through all those tests because it's your divine gift. Oh my goodness gracious. It's like the rose that grew out of concrete, okay? The rose that grew out of concrete. Exactly. See, if we're going back to my example, like I said, I come from East Cleveland, okay? Type that into YouTube, driving through East Cleveland, okay? The reason I went through all of that is because now, if the economy, it don't matter what the economy is like, I'm going to be believing and manifesting. And that's the same thing for you all. It's a gift now. And that's why I'm here teaching it, paying it forward. That's why I'm like, this is an online vision board. This is what I did to just, when I didn't have no money, I was looking at all the luxury creators and bigging them up and being like, see, I can have that too. And now I do. And the same is true for you. It's like, you don't need to fight nobody, but now it's a gift because you've mastered that energy. You've mastered that art. Y'all, what is y'all doing? Y'all was throwing hands at work or something. Okay. Oh, maybe some of y'all have to get out of prison. Oh my goodness gracious. We have solitude and ending here. Like goodbye. Like, yes, y'all had to be isolated, staying to yourself, secluded and apart. But it's like all of that is coming to an end. Like I said, you're now socially healthy because you don't got these rage issues. And or, like I said, go on and do this. Seek out the mentor. If you don't feel that you have overcome this to where you can teach it, you can get there, right? With the proper teacher, the proper guidance to help you. And that is beautiful. There's a lot of hope here in this message for people dealing with anger issues or traumas or feeling like they always got to prove themselves and prove people wrong. It's like, Let them do what they're going to do. They're always going to be somebody who has an issue, but and Spirit is saying that is magical for you. That's going to be very powerful for you. But for those of you, but this is where this is the hope of what's to come for those of you who haven't mastered this yet. This is about to become your test. This test is about to become your strength. There's a reason you're going through this. Because it's going to be something that you can teach, and lo and behold, it's going to be your income, your money maker one day. Mastering this tough struggle with your triggers and your fire and zeal is going to be the thing that earns you an income one day. People will want to listen to what you have to say, because there's going to be many more people who struggle with these things. Just like in my example, there's people who struggle with poverty, but they want to not be in poverty. Well, here we are to teach them, ain't it? That is what is going to be magical for you. That's beautiful. I am so happy for you guys who are undergoing this transformation and who are understanding it. And for those of you who are here, this is your confirmation that this is happening for you. Yes, see? And for some of y'all, wow, look at that. Y'all understand this about y'all life. And every challenge and test that comes, like I said, you already know, like, you have accepted it. It's like you can accept the challenge because it's just going to help you succeed more. Like I said, you're going to funnel it into a song, okay? You know, you might be the next Taylor Swift out here. Oh, what? You have all these battles in love? Well, it's going to be another jam. We're going to make another jam, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all are accepting this. That's beautiful. And now, like I said, these struggles, what used to be struggles, are not struggles for you. They are now your strength. Triumphing is up here, successful. And so this is the hope of what is to come. This is your divine gift. Okay? I might have to title this message that your tests and your tests are your divine gifts. That's why you're being tested. That is why you're even going through it, because it is going to be the thing that you can teach through the world because you've overcome, right? The same way it was just like Jesus. We have to take up our cross and we got to go through it, but then that becomes our message. That becomes what we're known for. That becomes our bread and butter, all right? So, I mean, you know, people going to have to go through the fire. Okay, they came for Jesus. Who are we that they ain't going to come for us? Tell us we crazy. Tell us, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing that. Tell us, oh my gosh, you shouldn't be doing that, or you won't be doing that. Whatever. They did it to the Christ. Ooh, who are we? And we trying to be Christed, right? We trying to get in our Christ consciousness. We trying to get to the 5D, right? So that means we need to master our fire and know that not every Pharisee and Sadducee who comes and talks some stuff is going, who cares? Right? It doesn't matter what's going on in the world, the tempest, the wind, the economy. We're going to be walking on water. Okay? We're on our Christ 5D energy. Ain't that the truth? Right. And that is what is here for you all. So congratulations. All right. That's the message that I have for you guys today. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you got something beneficial from it. And I thank you for stopping by this reading. Please remember to like, share with someone who cares, and save it to a playlist for future reference. And by all means, subscribe for more wonderful readings and luxurious eye candy such as this. And until next time, have a gorgeous day. Bye.